And hello everyone, welcome back to BogMod here. Well, we have saved the musical day, as it were. But before we press on, as I've now had a couple days to muse and think about the end of Chapter 3, I want to share my thoughts. So, first of all, my initial take on Chapter 3, playing through it, it was definitely full of higher stakes, it seemed, right? Definitely had that. Right? We had cannons raining death shells down on things, right? And all that. We learned more about Ash and Muse, right? So we got their kind of some big revelations out of that, right? Some bigger fights. But there's a more of a it's the problem I had with Chapter 3, looking back on it now, is how it will impact my view of things going forward, right? So I wanna paint a picture of why I feel this way. You're gonna have to endure it, or skip it, I suppose. You might just jump ahead and not hear my reasoning. Anyways, so I know the games have a kind of a feel they want to go for.
Okay.
Quiet, Rain, I'm talking. But so in the second game, they made a big deal about how bad things were in the east or in the west, right? You were stuck in the east. You're like, all right, there's a civil war going on. It's really big and bad. We don't see it directly where we are, but we don't get to see the whole country. Well, there was even a part where there's like a talk with the prince and some of the others who'd gone into the west, and it ends with like the sound of machine gun fire and all that sort of stuff. So they certainly make it seem like, oh, this is bad. And Crow is off taking part in battles, apparently, throughout the west. They make it seem like quite the whole shebang. All right, so. Now we're going into game number 3. Game number 3 is set in the west. Oh, so we get to kind of see what happened, right? We get to experience it, see the scars that were surely left across the country. All right, chapter 1. No. So over here in Sutherland, basically all that happened is the military bottled up the noble military, bottled up the imperial military in Dreknor Fortress, and just kind of sat there. So yeah, it wasn't all that much. That's okay. That's only one of the provinces. Surely then, this would have been full of horrible violence. No, not so much. Ordis was fine. Raquel was fine. It was fine enough that Ash, I guess what, 6? Does have his just tell his age. No, but like a 16-year-old. Was, holding at bay these raiders, apparently, ruthlessly. I'm like, it's not full of details. So we don't know how bad they were compared to the muggings he's okay with. None of what I saw in either of these places indicated anything that the Civil War was really a bad thing. And that there was any actual, maybe a couple of people got hurt. Which is kind of leaning into kind of what I talked about a theme of, they want things to be serious, but then they undercut themselves, right? So let's touch on Northumbria for a moment, right? The backstory there. We've found out that Reen helped the army, the noble army, conquer Northumbria. Alright? That's where Reen lost control of his power. And you know what he did when he was out of control? He broke a bunch of robots. Like, he was in the middle of, like, a city, and he smashed a bunch of robots. And, like, the big setback, the big loss there was that maybe if he hadn't have lost control, he could have captured the government and forced a surrender that didn't make them annexed. It's not, like, I guess it's a bad thing, but it's, like, it'd be one thing if Reen lost control and, you know, lives, you know, hundreds of lives were lost, or in his rage, accidents happened, or whatever. But not really. Yeah. So what I said, you know, high stakes, undercut it, which, you know, kind of talks about the same with Crossbell, right? Ouroboros attacks, the tower, right? In Crossbell. Oh, turns out the ship that was on fire was an illusionally on fire, even though they smashed it later. That they didn't really attack anyone. They just kind of like, hey, we're gonna thumb our nose at you and force you to come after us, which is also the deal down here. And that kind of culminates here in Chapter 3, I felt. Personally. That's where I felt the issue that I'm getting to is came full circle. So, these survivors of Northumbria set out on revenge. They capture powerful military weapons of mass destruction. Because that's what those railway cannons are. They're good for smashing entire cities. Alright? The two guns that were in Gorelia could have apparently leveled Crossbell in like a few hours. That's a city of hundreds of thousands of people. So they've got these guns. They aim them on Ordis, and they start to fire. So the first few shots hit the bay. Okay. Obviously, we have to rush off and stop that. But we're rushing from here, over to Raquel, and then into the canyon. It's also looking at the map. Man, that is a big range on those guns. Anyways. Which basically means... Oh yeah, they could fire from out. Oh, wow. That was long range. Anyways, we eventually, you know, that's the kind of thing, you know, you want to stop. There's a military force that has captured weapons and has turned them on your own cities. But, they only shelled the bay. They literally didn't hurt anyone. And, like, you can't keep raising the stakes like this. Right? And try to make every second counts. When it clearly didn't. The people of Ordis were in no danger. There was no need to rush. Could have taken your time. Hell, you could have ignored it. We have almost every reason to think that that these guys were definitely not going to shell the city. Which leads to my issue now. I don't know that I can take threats seriously now in the game. Like that bit with where George in theory shoots Angelica off screen. I don't believe it. I don't think it happened. I don't think she's dead. I'm not even sure she's hurt. And That is to the game's discredit that it has done that to itself. And yeah, I just can't feel that it's a big danger. Oh well. Moving on, I suppose. Yeah, good. I'm glad to see. This is something I can appreciate, though. Even if the game has lost its ability to make me feel concerned about what's going on. I like the little character plays in the background still. Like Frankie, working hard. Lately, I feel I've gotten a little used to it. I have more energy than I used to. Alright, yeah. If he's able to keep with Celeste, he's got talent. I have other thoughts I want to share about some of my concerns about the bit that we've seen revealed with Osborne, but I'll save that for a different video. So this isn't just a 20-minute video of me ranting. Tina and Louise, are you guys studying here? Using music for the art class exam? A listening portion of the test. Alright. Subjective ones. Alright. They're gonna work together. I enjoyed Altina's character arc of kind of being the I don't know if it's right to say that she's emotionless. I would say that she feels differently to people, like normal humans. I'd say is a more accurate take on it. But no, I enjoyed it. A bonding point will be spent here. Oh. Speaking of also why I don't think the Angelica got hurt. We've seen Osborne actually sniped to death and he got up fine. Off screen shooting of Angelica? No way she's in danger. Alright, so no idea what sort of questions we'll answer. There's a bunch of different kinds of pieces. No trouble naming the chords, tempos, or names of the pieces. But in class, we can ask for our impressions of songs. Lost. Alright, not a bad idea. If you're unsure about an opinion of a piece, what have other people said about it? I think there is some value, Green, in finding out what other people have thought about a piece. So long as she isn't just copying it. There's a good chance she's written questions that memorization will not help you answer. Alright. It's not a bad thought, Rain. But I mean, like, people don't have form opinions on pieces in a vacuum. Right? There's elements of a work. Of a music work that you can point to, right? Like, what is it? There's like a lot of sad songs are played in a particular keynote, right? And then if you change the keynote of a piece, it can it completely changes the feel of it, right? Certain musical aims are aimed for like keynotes and aimed for that. So you can pick out common subjective qualities. And you can use that to help form understanding of pieces, even if they don't necessarily speak to you as an individual. Alright. Yes, I agree with Reen. Can't just get her answers. You need to think about how they make you feel, Altina. But there is some value, I think, in knowing how other people are responding. and why they respond that way. Listen to many songs discussed each of their impressions. Alright. Hey Celestin, how's it going, buddy? Working hard to prepare for the first exams? Yes, we must crush the main branch, or the main campus. Oh, Reen is offering, or not Reen, Celestin is offering studying tips, as well as bringing them late night snacks. Aww. So I look at my class and feel those little pangs of nostalgia. So before the exams kick off tomorrow, allow me to thank you for everything you've done for me, Celestin. Aww. Curious. Nope. Alright, so... Looks like they're on a different floor. One ceiling. Oh, it's the green. They'll advance the plot, so I want to look for these. Yeah, Kurt. Hey, buddy. Political ethics. Ooh, I like ethical questions and dilemmas and thoughts. Events. So, ask questions. Oh. Explaining concepts to you as extra. Yes, I agree. Yourself. How should I have these two study? No. I'll come back to them. But if they're going to talk about ethics, I want to save that for next time. Because I also want to talk about some stuff about games and morally questionable acts. Dash is playing chess today. Because of course he's a good chess player, isn't he? What do you think, we're doing this just for fun? Military science. Makes sense? Sure, we'll help him out. Imagine when I was in school. Mind if I join you? Oh, see, Ash? You weren't insulting that time. Thank you. Alright. Analyze this field exercise question. Alright. Mid-sized troop to support and siege. How to move them efficiently. Okay. Let's see. Look at the enemy's main troops. It's a siege battle. The enemy. I feel there's not going to be enough meat to this discussion to really get out my own. I was supposed to say suss out. That talks about a different game. The proper opinion. If your support troops deployed right behind the enemy, take a long. Like when I think about siege battle, you know, I'm thinking about like you know, you're sieging a castle or like, you know, a naval fortress. There isn't like necessarily a rear to hit them from. Have them take it long to hit them from far. Yeah, there's not nearly enough there to kind of to make a judgment call. Do you think Stark? I think both answers are wrong. And now Ash comes to some realization. I mean... Like, I'm sure you could find situations where you do it. Especially if your main body of troops is where the real power of your attack is. And all you need to do is make, you know... The idea of a sacrificial force. Whatever. Make the move while the main troops are engaged. Once they're out, the troops attack from right behind the enemy. I wonder if this is going to come up in later questions. That red text there. Having your forces take a long decrease waste of time main force already engaged. I don't feel there's necessarily enough on the specific scenario to make a judgment call in my case on that one. Well, still bonding with Ash. Orlando's on my ass because my greatest combat hack is a good dive. A little dive. Like, how much? I'm curious. It's like, Ash, you were getting 95s. What happened? What's with this 91? So I need to study harder. Chess is fun. I'm not going to tell you not to play chess. Anybody in the pool? Nobody is swimming. Muse. Chat with her. Physics. I liked physics in school. Oh no! No! Haha! Luckily, I can. There we go. Accidentally clicked the button. But I can say no in that case. I'm sure if you help this, we make more progress. Uzay never changes. Good grades, so I shouldn't have to worry about them. Yeah. This is studying physics. Alright. Probably don't even need my help. Though you, Tatiana, you idiot! Criticize. Yes, you were. One of the more recent concepts, the doesn't affect trajectory. Stationary resistance cause trajectories to deviate. Uh-huh. Precision effect. Precession effect? I've no idea. I don't remember precession effect ever coming up for me. Any object, in case of bullet, with external force, air resistance. Shrinking deviate. Sure. Straight left. I feel like clockwise or counterclockwise would be a that would also depend. I'm checking something in my brain. Yeah, I think. But also, that would change depending on your point of view. No. Alright. I wonder, yeah, I'm not sure if that would affect... Like, are you counting veering to the... Spinning to the right based on... Is it coming towards you or away from you? You mean you're abandoning us? Alright, well... Of course he can't refuse. He looks cute even when he's struggling. Experience. So I'm inclined to think that Muset's little abstract thoughts there are actually her real thoughts about Reen. And I could do with indulging a nice guilty pleasure. Oh. Oh, Miss Dorothy's next book. I disagree. You know what, Reen? I think rewarding yourself after some hard work, perfectly okay. Even if it's man-on-man love action books, that's perfectly fine. You read over and over again and never lose the magic. All right. All right, let's call it there. And then we can start up next session. I can talk a bit about, and we'll discuss the matter of ethics, because everyone loves ethical theory. And I can talk a bit about my own musings and ethics, especially how they pertain. Second floor. Especially how they pertain to the video games. This one? Yeah. Alright, see everyone soon.